Legally Armed America made a video, and I stumbled across it when I was watching Sig P320 drop tests, and he was taking a rubber hammer, hitting the back of him. And I hate to say this, but towards the end of the video, what he said, I disagree 95% of everything he said. Basically, everybody knows that the Sig P320 has an issue with when you drop it on the ground face up, that it goes off. Okay, now I don't know about you, but that's not a firearm that I want to carry. And he refers to his firearms as tools. Well, I hate to say this, those aren't tools, those are range toys. If you have to go to a range to shoot your gun, you will never have the firearm experience that the guys that can go in their backyard and shoot their gun. I mean, I could come out here, lay down copious amounts of ammunition. I could lay thousands upon thousands of rounds of ammunition out here, and you will never get that kind of freedom at indoor range or even an outdoor range. You know, there's rules and regulations. You'll never be able to take off full sprint. Now, I might be wrong on some ranges, and just act freaking belligerent. Now, anyways, I kind of digress about that. But the Sig P320 has a problem. And the Glock guys and the Sig guys and the HK guys and everybody's, you know, what have you, making a big deal about it. Okay, I don't know about you, but when I go into a building, like a hospital or whatever kind of structure it is, I see fire extinguishers mounted all over the place. Now, they have those mounted in that building, in many buildings, and within cities, not because they know that there's going to be a fire going on, because there might be or can be. Those fire extinguishers might be sitting there for years and never be used. The same concept goes for when I put a seatbelt on. I don't put a seatbelt on because I know I'm going to get in a car crash. I put one on because I might get in a car wreck. Not because of my driving. Most likely it's because some idiot that don't know, I don't know where the fuck they got their license from. Okay? That being said, and me using that analogy, is this. If you're going to say that, it's okay that this gun is having this problem, we ought to give Sig a chance, or what have you, and it doesn't matter if, or it matters the way Sig addressed it with this voluntary, send your gun in and we'll give you an upgrade. Let me tell you something. Regardless of what lawyer rhetoric is used, if that gun falls on the ground and it fires and kills somebody or seriously injures somebody without someone else's finger being on the trigger, with that gun just going off by itself, okay, no matter what kind of legal aspect you use, that is faulty by design and can be subject to a lawsuit, okay? No matter if they have a voluntary trade-in or send it in and we'll upgrade your trigger. That's nor here nor there, okay? I guarantee you, if I had a P320 and it dropped on the ground and it went off and seriously injured me or somebody else, you bet your ass I would fucking sue the fuck out of Glock. I mean, sue the fuck out of Sig. If I had one happen to Glock, I'd sue the fuck out of Glock for faulty design. But here's the deal. There is a reason why Glock is a household name. There's a reason why you don't hear people, you know, talk about Sig in the movies and on fucking rap songs and shit. Glock is a fucking household name. It is the standard go pistol, and pretty much globally, okay? I mean, Sig has contracts here and there. Glock has, you know, contracts here and there. HK has contracts here and there, okay? But what I'm saying is, if you look at the design of Glock, there's no way you could throw that bitch down without and have it go off with the way it's designed. There's a plunger in there that keeps the striker from going forward in such a way that it won't happen. I mean, I'm not saying there might be a 1 in 3 quadrillion% chance, you know, or that it could happen. Okay, I'm not saying that, but the deal about it is that yeah, I'm making a video about some gay shit. What? Let me pause. Anyways, oh, sorry I got interrupted there. This is a real deal video, unscripted. But anyways, like I was saying, is that Glock, Sig, and HK, right? They all have their contracts all over the place. But here's the deal: is you make a faulty product and it seriously injures or kills somebody, well, congratulations, you have a faulty product, and you know, whatever happens to you happens to you. Here's the absolute deal though, okay, is that I never did like the Sig P320, a series of pistols. I thought the Army's decision to go with them was completely just horseshit. And before I tell you about what I'm about to tell you, I'm going to tell you this. When Glock was having their Gen 4's brass to the face issues, I was the very first person on goddamn YouTube to tell people, hey, it's got a fucking problem. I bought 3 different Glock Generation 4s, all 9 mils, and every one of them had brass to the face issues. I was the first one on YouTube to start complaining about it, and slowly all the bigger channels started admitting, oh, it's this, they changed this, and the extractors and ejectors, and Glock was all high and mighty there for a while. Well, there's nothing wrong, you got to use this ammo and that kind of ammo. It's like, well, the Gen 3s, you never had to use a certain kind of ammo, it just fucking worked. Y'all just have to admit y'all fucked up. And so the long story about it is this. Regardless of what brand you might be a fanboy of, a fucked up product is a fucked up product no matter how you look at it. And if you justify a fucked up product, then you're just an imbecile and a fucking, you know, ignorant retard, to tell you the truth. Like I said earlier in the video, if you have to take your gun to a range, okay, if you have to take your gun to a range just to shoot your gun, you will never have the firearms experience that the guys who can just come out here and blast down. You see these fucking cows and shit out here? I can walk back there and unload 1,000 fucking rounds of 9mm with all kinds of types of 9mm carbines and pistols. Okay, as far as the dropping of the gun, I've shot at steel targets. I've had ricochets hit me in the arm. I've been hit. I've had to go to the hospital, meat chunks hanging out. I've seen a whole rack of AR-15s falling over, most of them round chambered safety on. I've dropped my Glock out of the car. I've dropped my HK USP out of the vehicle getting in and out. It's just, for someone to say, just don't drop your gun. I've never dropped my kid. I've never dropped this and that. Think of it this way. How many females or males, mainly like 16-year-old girls and older, play with their mobile phone, whether it be an iPhone or Samsung S8 or S7 or whatever the newest fucking phone there is, okay? How much do you see that phone in their hand on a daily basis, okay? If you add it up all the time within a 24-hour period of time, probably about 5 or 6 hours just sitting there playing with the phone. For someone who goes to the range with their range toys, not their tools, they will never handle their firearm as much as a 16-year-old girl does with their mobile phone. Now, if you handle your firearm on a daily basis as much as a 16-year-old girl does her cell phone, then you just might have enough experience to know that what that individual is saying is complete and utter horseshit. And that's irrefutable, factual fucking evidence, okay? Going to the shooting range that's got a dedicated, you know, you get up under the awning, and you know, all that shit. Oh, is anybody at the range today? Oh, I can't act like a fool because there's people. Fuck that, okay? Those aren't tools. Those are novelty items to you. That's just the truth. Now, before I end this video, if you're still with me, I'm gonna link you to another video, Small Arms Solutions. He's kind of like a heavier set dude, red beard or whatever. He's going to explain to you in the description below. I've got a link for that. If you watch that video, he explains the problems with the test that the military did with the Glock and the Sig P320. Okay, a full explanation of everything that was not right with that fucking test. And that, you know, if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, and you're a fanboy of any fucking brand out there, you'll see, yeah, there's a freaking problem. And that's just the truth. I mean, you are a mentally ill individual if you can sit there and say, oh, I've had my son and I never dropped him, and I've had this and I've never dropped this, and I've had that and I've never dropped that. You're mentally ill, because if you think just because you put your seatbelt on you'll never get in a car wreck, or just because you think, it's just a bunch of horse shit. And that's just pretty much all I gotta say about that. So if you don't like what I said, then you can go get fucked. Fuck that dog. I'll shoot that dog in the face.